makeup friends! Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of the items that I picked up in the month of August. Let's get into this. As always, I want to start off by welcoming you back to my channel, or if you are new here, then hello and welcome. My name is Kara, and on my channel we like to mix beauty, brains, and the occasional F-bomb. Now I am fully capitalizing on this makeup look. I have filmed, I think, 3 videos at this point today, so I hope you don't mind, but that's just the way life works when you're batch filming. I have at least been switching out the earrings and the lip product, so I'm making a minimal amount of effort. On my lips currently, I have one of the new Milky Glosses from NYX, and this one is in the shade Cherry Skimmed. On my eyes is the new Jaguar palette from Huda Beauty. All right, let's get straight into this. So as per usual, I'm going to start off with the items that I received in PR, and then we'll move on to the items that I purchased myself. And I have to say, I know it's still a lot, but it's not nearly as bad as it has been in previous months, so I feel somewhat good about that. Maybe I'm celebrating a little bit early. Anyways, let's start off with the PR items. So I did get a whole bunch of stuff from Il Makiage, and I did do a video just giving a very quick overview of all of the items that I tried from them. So I got their primer, I've got the setting spray, I've got the concealer and the foundation. I have an eyeshadow quad here and a single shadow as well. I've got the translucent setting powder, mascara, eyeliner, lip pencil. I actually got 2 liquid lipsticks, but the other one is, I think I forgot it at my office because I can't find it in my purse, so I think that's where it is. At any rate, I got 2 of those. I got their brow gel and a blush. So rather than go through all of these items here and give a rundown of them, I'm just going to link my Il Makiage video up here in case you're interested. Just to let you know, yes, they did give this to me, but it was for content on their website, not for a YouTube video in specific. So all of the thoughts that are in the video that I'm going to link up there are my own, no talking points given to me, anything of that sort, and they didn't ask me to post to YouTube, but I did anyways because I tested all this out and I may as well share my thoughts with you guys. So go and check that video out if you are interested. Now the other item that I have that I received in PR is a skincare item, and I normally don't include those in these haul videos. I normally don't talk a lot about skincare, to be honest. However, I really enjoy this mask. It's from the brand Gleeman and it's the Vitamin C Clay Mask. I actually filmed my monthly favorites today and this was included in there. Now, like I said, this was given to me and I did get a sponsorship for mentioning them in a video. However, I explained that a little bit more thoroughly in the other video that I filmed today, but even if there was no sponsorship, this is still one that I would be sharing with you and recommending to you because I really do like the results of it. So it says right on the front here that it's for a luminous, bare-faced glow in minutes, and I agree with that claim. I think that they really have lived up to the claim that they've made. Even after the very first use of this, the next day I noticed that my skin just looked a lot healthier and brighter. It's not so much about like hydration or anything of that sort, but it really just adds that luminous glow without being greasy or anything like that. It doesn't leave any sort of film on my skin when I rinse it off. I really like this product. All right, so that takes care of the PR items, and now we've just got a basket full of stuff that I have paid for. So let's go through the palettes first, and then we'll see what's left over. So I have not yet had an opportunity to use this one, but this is the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay, and it's got a beautiful color story in here. I like that these are a little bit more rich, a little bit deeper, still colorful, but not like in your face about it, if that makes sense. At any rate, I'm excited to play with this one. It's just this month, I really haven't been wearing a ton of makeup. We went camping for a week. I've been doing a lot of like beach trips with the kids, hanging out at the park, all that kind of stuff, just trying to capitalize on like the 2 minutes of summer that we get here in Ontario. And makeup has just kind of taken a back seat to that. So I haven't played with it yet, but I am looking forward to diving into this one. At the beginning of August, I picked up the newest Birthstone palette from BH Cosmetics. This is Peridot or Peridot. Peridot sounds better to me, doesn't matter. Here is what she looks like inside, and I love this palette. I think that this is my favorite of the color stories of these Birthstone palettes so far. I do wish that they didn't all have a pressed glitter in it. I don't think it's necessary, but be that as it may, I found a fun way to use this one, and I just basically created like a wing, like a graphic liner with glitter glue, and then pressed the glitter on top of that, which was kind of neat. Nothing I'd ever done before, but I liked how it turned out. I just really like the color story in here, and I think it's a really great like transitional palette, if that makes sense. Riding the line between summer and fall. I love it. The palette on my eyes today, as I said, is the new one from Huda Beauty. She released a few of these, part of like the Wild Obsessions series. This is the only color story that really kind of spoke to me, so this is the one that I picked up, which is the shade Jaguar. This is what I'm wearing today. So pretty. I am blown away by these shimmers. Like, they are holding up beautifully. Love them. I think it's so pretty. I love that it's like a cooler toned kind of palette. These kind of color stories are like reminding me of sweater weather, and I can't wait. As much as I'm enjoying this like brief flash of summer that we're finally getting here in Ontario, fall is my jam. I love sweater weather, and these kind of color stories are getting me excited for it. So falling into that same sweater weather kind of category is this one here from NYX, and this is the Ultimate Shadow Palette in Ultimate Utopia. I think they have like a big beast of a palette that's like Utopia, I think, and it's got like a million shades in it. This is the smaller, more condensed version of that, which suits my preferences much better. Again, haven't played with it yet, but it's so pretty. Last month I picked up the Festival palette from NYX, and I was really impressed with how it applied. The black matte shade in that one, I did have to spend some extra time blending it out and building up the pigmentation, but aside from that, every other shade worked really well. So I was excited to pick this one up. This one's been around for quite some time, but this color story, oh, it's so pretty. I expect that this one's going to perform every bit as well as the Festival palette, but if it is a dud, I will let you know. Another palette that I picked up this month is the new Mini Xenon palette from Natasha Denona. I wanted to love it. I really did. I don't wear like really dark smoky eyes all that often, and the problem that I often run into with those kind of looks is that the black just becomes very patchy and splotchy after an hour or two. With hooded eyes, there's a lot of like friction between the lids, and I find that you get like a big crease going on. That's what happened with this one. It faded very quickly throughout the day on me, and by the end of the day, it was just very, very patchy. Did not look pretty at all. I think that if I wore like a dark base underneath it, maybe something like this guy here from Natasha Denona. This is the Color Fix in Black, I think it's called. Blackout. At any rate, I think if I used this and then applied this over top, I wouldn't have that problem, but just on its own with a regular eyeshadow base, it didn't hold up all that well. It's not to say that I hate the palette. I really like the idea of a nice dark smoky palette, but this one just needs a little bit of help, and I think that's going to come from using a dark base with it. The last palette that I picked up this month is from Geology Cosmetics, and this is the Pilbara palette. I'm having a hard time saying that. Pilbara palette? Pilbara? I don't know how to say it. This palette. And again, sweater weather kind of color story. I am still playing around with this, so I haven't fully formulated my thoughts on it, but I will say the mattes in here are fantastic. No issues in blending them out, no frustration in terms of their pigmentation levels, nothing to complain about. This shimmery shadow right here, bananas. It is so smooth and silky, it's beautiful, highly reflective, got a bit of like a duochromatic shift in there, gorgeous. This one, however, right here, it is a shimmery shadow. It's already hard panned, and it was very difficult to pick up on a brush. Once I got it on the brush, like there it is there, once I got it on the brush and applied it to the eyes, it was very pretty, but I really had to work for it. So jury's still out on this one. We shall see. I haven't had an opportunity to play with this shimmer here, this coppery one, or like this duochromatic one over here. Haven't played with them yet. It is very pretty. It's like one of those like greeny red kind of duochrome shifts. I will keep you guys updated. I am not dismissing this one offhand. One frustrating shadow does not a palette ruin, but it's something to note. I just wish that this one is a bit easier to, where am I even pointing? This one here. I just wish that this was a little bit easier to work with because I really do like the color story that's going on in here. I'm going to continue to play around with it. I might take like a spoolie and kind of like rough up the surface of it and see if that helps. Anyways, I will keep you posted on this one. To go along with the new Huda Beauty palette, I also picked up her new liquid liner, and this is the Life Liner Quick and Easy. This guy's tiny, like absolutely tiny. Look at how incy-wincy it is. So I tried to do this comparison when I did a Get Ready With Me filming this eye look, but the lens I was using didn't want to focus. So let's talk about it right here. So this one over here is the thinnest end of the double-ended Tom Ford one. And then you can see, I thought this was pretty like fine tipped, but the Huda one takes the cake. And in using it today to create these wings, I really had no issues in using it. It lays down really nicely. It dries really quickly. There's no feathering. There's no like smudging around, anything like that. The only difficulty with something this small is like filling in the wing, but I mean, it's not an impossible task. It just took a little bit extra, but I'll show you like drawing it down the hand, very fine line, no feathering whatsoever. And then it does also just dry really, really quickly. So I am impressed with this one so far. We shall see how it holds up throughout the day. So far, so good. There's a little bit of creasing going on over here. It's been on for about 4.5 hours at this point, so not bad. Not bad. Again, I will keep you posted on this one. Now the next two products I didn't actually pay for. They were just like samples from Sephora when I placed other orders, but I thought I'd throw them in here and just give my two thoughts quickly. So this one here is the Dior Show Mascara, and I hate how big the wand is. Like, what the hell? It's massive. And the problem with the wand that big is that you just lose all precision, right? And so I end up like just drawing all over my face with it. So while the mascara itself is totally fine, I do not like the wand on this one. The other one that I got here is from Ilia, and this is the Fullest Volumizing Mascara. And I do like the wand on this much better. There it is here. It's a very standard shape. And the mascara is totally fine. I'm wearing it today. I don't have any complaints about it. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It doesn't flake. It doesn't like crumble all over my face. It doesn't bunch up, so that's good, but it doesn't do an awful lot. Like, my pinnacle is now the Bite Beauty Upswing Mascara. Love it. This does not dethrone that one, so take that for what you will. And then I picked up a liquid lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics just to try out. This one is in the shade Truth. And it's just a really pretty, like, peachy kind of nude. There it is. Do these smell? Like there's a hint of like a sweet kind of scent to it, but it's like a sweet smelling chemical, if you will. Meh, I think is the only word that I can really think of to describe it. Like it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's just kind of meh. Like it's forgettable, frankly. Like it's not one that I'm going to be sitting here being like formulating the entire makeup look around wearing this lipstick. Like I don't know. It's one that I can predict that I will declutter at some point. We'll put it that way. It's not terrible. I'll wear it, but I won't be excited to wear it, if that makes any sense. I don't think that does, but let's move on. Now we've got a ton of base products, and I'm not normally like a base product junkie, but for whatever reason, I've been really excited about trying out new foundations and new concealers. And yeah, I think I've opened up a Pandora's box for myself. So let's dive into it. Oh, first, let's quickly say that I bought a highlighter as well. This one's from Catrice, the More Than Glow highlighter. This one's in the shade Beyond Golden Glow, and that's what I'm wearing today. I really like it. It's like high impact. It lasts really well on the skin. I like it. Okay, now we have some base products to talk about. So let's pull the foundation type products first, and then we'll talk about the concealers that I picked up. Oh, there's one more lip product, sorry. There's what is this? The Powerful 5 Liquid Lip Balm from Catrice. This one, I don't even know what shade it's in. Pearly Peach. I've worn it once so far. I just picked it up a couple of days ago. And it was nice, but it kind of had a bit of a weird texture and a little bit of stickiness on it. Not sticky when I first applied it, but later on, once the product had sort of worn away, I wasn't able to just like slide my lips across each other. Like I wasn't able to do that. There was just enough stickiness that there was resistance doing that. So I'm gonna have to wear it a couple more times and really see how I feel about it, but initially I'm not in love with it. Okay, I think that is the last distraction. So let's talk about face products. So I already did a review on this one. This is from YSL and it's the new Bare Look Tint. I have it in shade 5. Love, absolutely love this one. Like I said, I did a full review on it with a wear test. It's a nice little squeezy bottle. It looks really nice on the skin, very natural, just sort of like your skin, but perfected. Lasts beautifully throughout the day. Does show some signs of wear, which of course is natural 10 hours after you've applied it, but it wears really evenly and it doesn't just like break apart or like pool in weird areas on the face. It like lasts really well for what it is. It lasts really well and I'm very, very happy with this one. This is the foundation that I am currently wearing. This is from Maybelline and it's the Superstay Activewear. I thought it was a new foundation. It's not. They've just rebranded their existing Superstay foundation and added the words activewear after it. So they tricked me, but that's okay. I've got this on. I'm doing a wear test currently and I will have that review up at some point. But at any rate, I picked that one up. Now, along with the Superstay foundation, I also picked up the Superstay powder foundation. So if you'll recall, I have talked about this one on my channel quite a few times. This is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin powder foundation. And I mean, I have used the heck out of this and I fully expect that I will completely use it up at some point. I really like how this looks. I like how quick and easy it is to apply and I like how it wears throughout the day. But I can't find it anymore. So I'm hoping that this has been replaced by this. So what I intend to do is a side-by-side comparison at some point. So I will do a review of this one, but compare it to this one and see if they're the same. So that'll happen at some point. I make no promises in terms of the timelines because as you can see, I've bought a lot of face products and I only have one face. So it takes time to test these things out. So at any rate, that'll come at some point, but I am really hoping that it's the same because I love this one so much. Now, one more foundation that I picked up is this one here from Catrice. This is the True Skin Hydrating Foundation, and I picked up the shade 20, Warm Beige. I've only worn it once so far, and I haven't done like a full dedicated like wear test or anything like that. I just wore it to work the other day. We shall see. I'm going to try it a couple more times. I will share my thoughts on it down the road. I like how it looks when it first applies. I like how it feels, but it did not hold up super well throughout the course of the day. So I'm going to give it another try. Obviously, I will film it. I will share my thoughts with you. Again, I don't know when, but it's on the list. And then I bought some concealers to go along with the million other concealers that I already own. But I'm really excited about getting into the concealer reviews for you guys. I mean, I have 41-year-old under eyes. I feel like I'm bringing something of value to the table for my more mature viewers. But even if you're not, maybe you're going to gain some insight into some products that you're considering. So here's hoping. Okay, So let's dive into these. So I picked up these two from e.l.f. So one is the Camo Concealer and the other is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I do already own the Hydrating Camo Concealer, but it's in a different shade and I couldn't find that same shade in the regular version, and I wanted like the exact same shade because I plan on doing a side-to-side comparison of these two. Not heard great things about the regular Camo Concealer. I like the hydrating one, but we're gonna see how they actually look and if the regular one makes my eyes look like a satchel of Richards. Here's hoping not, but we shall see. I also picked up one from Kiko Milano. This is the, I don't even know, what's it called? What are you called? Skin Tone Concealer in shade 3. Never tried any concealers from Kiko. Haven't tried this one yet either, so I don't really know, but like it's teensy. It's such a little tiny bottle. How much is in here? 3.5 milliliters. That is tiny. Considering this one here from Maybelline, which I also picked up, is 6 milliliters. So it's just a little guy. So hopefully I like it, but if I don't, it's not like I'm wasting a ton of product. I just got like a little tiny doe. I'm not in love with this doe foot, to be honest, because it's just like a perfect cylinder. There's no flat edge to it. So I feel like it's going to be weird to lay stuff down, but at any rate, it's on the list. I don't know if I'll do like a full dedicated video to this one in particular, but I will test it out and maybe I'll do like a rapid review of concealers that I don't intend to do a full wear test on. Let me know if that sounds good to you. Anyways, another one that I picked up is also from Catrice, and this is the True Skin High Cover Concealer in, what shade is this? This one is 05 Warm Macadamia. So I will probably just do a combo review and test both of these out at the same time. One of you recommended the Covergirl True Blend Concealer to me, so I picked it up. I've tried it I think once so far and actually quite liked it, which is surprising because Covergirl and I normally just do not get along. Maybe I stole her boyfriend in a past life or something, I don't know, but Covergirl and I, not friends. At any rate, this one has worked out for me and I'm quite happy about that. I have it in the shade, where the hell's the shade on here? Oh, a little tiny sticker. Golden Ivory. Can we please just like have universal labeling on packaging? Like just put it along the side so that I know where to look, because I sit here and do this in every video trying to figure out where the names of things are. Anyways, this one has worked out so far. I'm happy about that, so thank you for the recommendation. And then there are two more that I picked up. So this one is from One Size, so Patrick Starr's brand. Not tried anything else from him. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. I'm not happy with his behavior during the last year and a bit, but I wanted to try out the concealer for review purposes. Have I filmed this one? I know I've tested it, but I don't think I filmed it. Well, step one to putting up a review video is to actually film it, so I'm going to have to do that. But at any rate, this is the Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer, and I have it in the shade Light 2. And what I do remember is actually quite enjoying it. Like I was actually I expected to dislike it, I think because I just am not a huge Patrick Starr fan, but so far I've been pleasantly surprised. So I will do an actual video on this one at some point. And then the one that I am very curious about is this new one from Item Beauty, which is Addison Rae's new brand. I wouldn't know Addison Rae if she came up and kicked me in the shin. I'm telling you that right now. I know her name. No idea what she does. TikTok, I'm guessing? Dancing? Probably. I don't know. But she's come out with a beauty line. And this is the concealer. I did look at some of the other items in her line, but I wasn't really interested in anything aside from the concealer. So I picked that one up. It just got delivered today. It is the Air Hug Concealer, and I have shade 210. So like I said, it just got delivered like an hour ago, so I haven't tried it yet, but I'm very excited to do that. So this one I might bump up in the priority list because the brand is new and the products have just hit the market. So if you're curious about it, let me know. But at any rate, those are the items that I picked up this month. I'd love to hear from you. What are some of the items that you've picked up? What have you been loving? What have you been not loving? You know the drill. Let me know down below. But for now, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.